Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Your hosts, Patti and Meagan, will be talking about all things Seattle women's hockey. A huge Pacific Northwest welcome to the PWHL. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle. My glasses.
It's like
They have stuff on them from our kiddo's bath.
Okay, so it is it's lunchtime podcasting because this
Could
is
not do it last night.
yeah, oh no, we could not stay up last night. That was painful for anybody who watched the last episode. I feel like you are a true fan because that was painful for both of us to be half asleep trying to remember a game we had just watched. We had just watched. So it is Wednesday. January 21st. So it's the day after our big time win against the Toronto Sceptres. We needed it. Yep. Huge comeback. It was a great game. And we are literally, this is our lunch hour, lunch break.
And I have to skedaddle to work, man.
Yeah. Patty's got to go to work. So we got to get this in. We're like, okay, when are we going to record? And I was like, well, okay, we could do. And I was like, oh, shoot, that only leaves us 30 minutes. So guys, it's going to be a 30-minute episode today because Patty's got to go to work. So last night, oh my goodness. As usual, it was totally electric. Let's talk about the CJ bobblehead.
CJ bobblehead. Lots of hot dogs in the stands. Shout out Ray and Court for 2.
Oh yeah, they were dressed up as hot dogs. They weren't the only ones, but I'm holding it up. This is one of our CJ bobbleheads that we have because we have 4 seats, guys. We actually had 8 seats last night, like in totality, but
and we only got 5 bobbleheads.
Yeah, we only got 5
for the 8 seats, but that's not bad.
Yeah, no. Everybody didn't need their own. So it was more like the households got them. We ended up giving one away last night. Our friend Meagan, who is a graveyard shift worker, and Patty's done that, so she completely understands. Overslept and didn't get to the game early enough to get a bobblehead, and I was like, just come get one of ours. We have plenty. Yeah. So Meagan got one, which is great. I'm glad because I know that they were really looking forward to, and as everybody was. An alarm's going off. This is
going off.
This is our
work time.
This is our life.
This is our life. If an alarm doesn't go off, nothing happens.
That's kind of the truth. Anyway, so. It was the lines were long. We got coffee on you.
Spilling coffee.
Oh, awesome. So the lines were long to get in for sure because it was CJ bobblehead night. So, spoiler alert, there was over 10,000 people there last night. So for a Tuesday night,
that's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, a Tuesday night, a school night, all the things.
I mean, it is the last home game for like a year and a half, but still, it was a Tuesday night, 7 o'clock game, over 10,100 people.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was greatly attended. It was very fun. The crowd was just electric, and all the CJ signs and the hot dog costumes and
sleeveless
everybody wearing sleeveless. I went sleeveless underneath my coat. Like, don't hear me wrong. I had my jacket on the whole night.
We're cold.
Yeah,
we're cold people.
It's not okay. But anyway, it was really fun. It was such a fun atmosphere. Yeah, just great. So
as per usual.
Yeah, you went to pregame.
I went to pregame.
And what coach have to say?
Coach was talking about a little bit about the Olympics, a little about let's see, gosh, what did he talk about? I even re-listened to it. Wow.
Oh,
a lot's happened since then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll come to me.
I think, well, the question that you asked him was about how do you basically that they had done everything in their power to win Sunday night's game minus the final goal. And so it was not a terrible loss. It wasn't it was one of those, like, we could have won that game. We should have won that game. That was my theme. We should have won the game.
And but how easy or hard is it to come back after that? So, the disappointment of that, the stellar performances across the board. I mean, I just felt like I wanted to know. But yeah, coach is always good. He's always good. There was a little camaraderie. in the room, and I'm just trying to remember. And I can't, so much has happened since then.
Okay, so I will say basically what coach says was win or lose, we always, take the good for the good and the bad for the bad. And it wasn't like I feel like the gist of what he said. It's funny, I wasn't there. I just watched the replay.
Watch the video.
But basically what coach said was, we can learn from this. We can we can be excited about the good things that we did, even though we didn't win the game, which I thought was a really good take, a really awesome take on it. Just that he's like, we're not just because we lost doesn't mean it's all crap. So
Hmm.
yeah. So that was what my gist of the pregame. Was there anything else that you want to not remember right now?
No, that's good.
Okay. So yeah, moving into to last night's game, playing the Toronto Sceptres. This is our second time playing the Toronto Sceptres, and we
Hmm.
beat them the first time
We
when we
did.
played them, which they're having an okay season. I don't think they're having, a horrific season or anything like that. But one of the things that coach also said was that they're a very fast team. Like that was something he pointed out, that they're very fast, and so that we were just
We have
gonna
to
have
match that.
to, yeah, keep up with them, which was, another interesting take. So the first 5 minutes of this game
We're not pretty
were not pretty.
at all.
Yeah.
I was worried it was going to just be a total runaway. I mean,
It felt like it was moving in that direction very swiftly, which I mean, we're not fair weather fans at all. Like, don't get me wrong, like anything can happen,
Mhm.
but it felt chaotic at first. And I will also say, and this is a theme through the entire game for me, is that the lines were not the lines, like the lines that we were getting really accustomed to. Those were all jumbled. I was like, who's out on the ice right now? Like, I mean, like Knight, Carpy, and Eldridge. Like, I'm like, who? Like, what's going on? And so it was obvious that Coach was trying out some different things, just obviously to see, and maybe just cause a little mayhem for them too, honestly. Because if
Mm.
they are, if they were expecting specific lines, certain lines, they were not seeing the same line. Even, time over time at that night, like they weren't
No,
seeing.
they
Yeah.
weren't. They were shuffled
Yeah.
all night long.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know if that contributed to but Toronto went up 2-0, like blink of an eye. They
Yeah.
turned
So
around twice and it was 2-0.
yeah, so Blair Turnbull got the first goal, and that was at a minute 18, so like almost immediately after that. I
Hmm.
mean, it was disheartening. And then at almost 3 minutes, Jesse Confer got the second goal. So we're down 2-0 now
3 minutes.
in within 3 minutes of the
Hmm.
game. And it felt like it was just like, okay, oh shoot. And like I'm looking at the play by play, and it's like shot, 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 all Scepters, like
Yeah.
all Scepters.
It was all down at the other end.
Yeah.
It felt like.
Yeah. But that was only 5 minutes. So like I will say that too. Like that was only for 5 minutes of the game. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know what clicked. I don't know what dialed in. But after that, even though we didn't actually score until almost 10 minutes in, it was like that 5 minute mark, like things just kind of seemed to flip around,
Hmm.
and it looked like we were connecting better. And again, the lines, I was like, I don't know who's out on the ice anymore. Like it's so weird. Like, everything was kind of a little helter-skelter, but yeah, it was great. I mean, like I'm looking, like there was a shot by Emily Brown. Like we had another defender that made a goal last night. Like it
Hmm.
was it was chaos.
Yeah.
So moving further into at 9:37, they took a tripping penalty, and so we were on the power play, and then
Hillary Knight
Captain,
scores.
yeah, Captain
Captain
America
America
got
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 her second of the season, which seems low to
yeah.
me. And you thought it was her first.
I did, and because I forgot about, and then Patty reminded me about the 5 minute major that Colty took in our game against the New York Sirens, and that ugly goal that she slid in with the puck to the,
Hmm. Hmm.
into the net. So that was her first goal, but this was her second goal this season, and she's
Oh yeah,
assisted.
she's
She's got
assisted.
she's got points. Like it's not like she's not doing other things, but like it was her second goal of the season, which I think
Hmm.
for what we were all thinking about, having Hillary Knight on our team, that was not going to be it. But it was interesting because in post, coach talked about playtime and not wanting to
Rely on them too much.
rely on that the
He
Avengers
wanted
line, the
four
first,
lines and just be
yeah,
like not double shifting,
yeah,
not just, relying on them, but a whole team experience.
yeah. Which we really saw last night. We saw the entire team play, and we saw the entire team do things that we were not used to seeing them do, which was it was amazing. So yeah, Hillary and I, they were on the power play. Hillary and I, assisted by Bilka and Carpy.
And I was really happy because we have not won yet without Carpy having a point.
Yeah.
So
So
getting Carpy on the board is very important for us. And I don't know if it gives us our team a little boost or if it's just coincidence, but when Carpy scores, we tend to win.
right.
When she gets something.
So now the score is 2-1, and then 3 minutes later, almost 4 minutes later, Hannah Bilka scores another, and with an assist by Kayla Barnes. So, and that was Kayla Barnes's second
point. Assist.
Second assist,
point
yeah,
of
second
the
assist of the season, because last
Right.
game was her first point of the season, which everybody was shocked by. We're like, what's going on? But
First.
yeah, because
So now she's got a two-game scoring streak.
2-game scoring streak.
Mhm.
Yeah. So thankfully we end the first period 2-2. So it's tied. So yeah, even
40-minute hockey game.
Yeah, it's what is it? Yeah, 40-minute hockey game. I will say that Jenna Buglione took another ugly hit in the first period. As much as her mom and dad came over and chatted with us again, they were at the game last night, and her mom was, a little concerned that she'd take another hit to the head, but she's okay. I think she's fine. But yeah, it's just like, it's so funny because every time Jenna gets hit now, I'm like, no,
I know, we're so protective of her.
Yeah.
Don't hit her, Jenna.
Don't hit Jenna.
Come on.
Anyway, but there was a lot. I will say this too. It was a very physical game. There was a lot of hitting. There was a lot of not being called, probably needing to be called shots that, I don't know. The crowd was very vocal about their displeasure with the refs.
As they are. And I just
Yeah, Patty puts her fingers in her ears. So anyway, we should talk about that. So at this point, Patty has run the stairs twice, guys. So like the goal ritual of running down the stairs and high-fiving everybody up. So she ran this. Oh no, we're gonna get to middle of the night. Yeah, she ran this. She was cramping. Her legs were cramping in the middle of the night, guys. That's what happened. She ran the stairs 6 times. 6 times because we scored 6 goals.
But I think it was because I was wearing my Docs and I'm not used to wearing them.
She's blaming it on the shoes, guys.
It's a different feeling running the stairs in the Docs than it is in my tennis shoes. And walking in and out, I don't know. But yeah, I was cramping in the middle of the night.
She gets out of bed and I'm like, what's going on? My legs are cramping. I'm like, darn it, the Torrent scored too many goals.
I think at one point I shouted out an expletive and jumped out of bed.
You did.
Sorry, babe.
It's okay. Anyway, so yeah, so moving into the first intermission, we got to celebrate our youngest kiddo's 6th birthday. It was his actual birthday last night. We had him up on the Jumbotron.
That's why we had so many people there.
Yeah,
so Mom and Dad were there. Our nieces were there.
Yeah,
of course, both kiddos.
Yeah,
it was really fun.
Yeah, we had a really fun time. I think he had a fun time. I will say the curse of his birthday continues. His name is not necessarily unusual. He's named after someone famous, and it spelled the exact same way the famous person's name is, but people can't seem to get it spelled right. And so literally every year on his birthday cake, it gets spelled wrong. And then they spelled it wrong on the Jumbotron last night. So,
and I have a little funny because we told him, he knew he was going to be on the Jumbotron and that we were going to celebrate that. And a little bit later after he was up there and we're like, oh, you're up there.
Yeah.
And he's like, but Patty, when am I going to go up to the Jumbotron? I'm going to go up. Like, oh, honey,
he thought he was going to be
definitely charged extra for that. So he thought he was going to be on the Jumbotron.
Actually on it.
Physically.
That's
on it.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Anyway, so he had a good time. They had a blast. We saw a ton of people. A lot of people stopped in and said hi. I got a lot of love your podcast. I got a lot of love your outfit, by the way. Thank you to everybody who complimented me on my outfit last night. My fur coat that I was wearing and my leather shorts. So yeah. Okay, who do we need to shout out?
Ryan was first to come up and to see us.
Right.
And then Katie after, and I know Katie told me you're friends with, I think it's Trisha, but I forgot. I did not write that down.
Yeah.
And Cindy came over, who we met at the Rough and Tumble.
Yeah, and Mom and I actually, that was during second intermission. Mom and I went to the trinket exchange, and then we saw Cindy on the way back, and I introduced them. It was really cute. They were bonding over the scarf,
over the scarf,
for the knitting. The hat. She had knitted her hat too, and so
cool.
yeah,
very cool. And then while you were out too, Quill
I
came,
know, and
said
Quill,
hi.
Quill,
Quill's
I'm so
Harper's
mad.
friend.
Yes, Quill, I'm so mad because I feel like you've met Patty twice now, and I've not met you once. So the next
And they
time,
come from
I know.
Portland.
So that,
Harper and Quill come from
yes,
Portland.
yes. So that's the thing is, I'm so glad that Harper and Quill know each other because now, when actually after Sunday night's game, and I saw Harper's stories about going home late, I was like, oh, that's right, Harper's from Portland. So anyway, yes, that is hardcore to travel all the way from Portland, and Quill, we'll have to meet in person at some point.
Yes, yes, definitely come back over. And then of course Megan came and got her bobblehead and
Oh
both of
yeah,
his parents came
yeah.
and yeah, that was fun. It was a
Yeah,
good
and
night.
Carrie came by too.
Yeah,
That was
came by too.
second
Oh, yeah.
intermission.
I wrote that down.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Second intermission. So yeah, so it was really fun. There was a lot of people there last night. Obviously, a lot of people were excited about the CJ bobbleheads, which are amazing. And I said, find the CJ bobblehead in the podcast. If you're watching, you might be able to
Where
see
is it?
it. Where's the CJ bobblehead? Anyway, let's move into the second period. So again, even two, it's 2-2. So we've got a 40-minute hockey game here. And it felt like we were definitely dialing in at that point. It felt good. It felt like pass. But again, the line, I can't even tell you who was playing with who.
Wake up.
It was definitely a shakeup. Even even on the defense, excuse me, even on the defense, it was a shakeup of like, oh, those two defenders don't normally play together. Because I feel like Barnes and Keppel were out there at the same point, and I don't think I've never seen them play together. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, guys. So the next goal, is credited, and that came at 4:21. So we went up one at 4:21. It's credited to Julia Gosling.
But
We
the
all,
announcer
yeah,
announced Lobdell,
yeah.
and we kind of went crazy
We did
we
because it was
love
her first,
Lindy.
and it's
It's
her
her
first
first.
goal. So
Yeah.
like we were really excited about it
Yeah.
being her first goal. So she actually got the assist. So it was Gosling's goal. So Gosling
Tipped
obviously
it.
tipped it in.
And a little while later, they announced the change, and
Yeah.
we're like, oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So Lindy, we were really pulling for you to get
Hmm.
your first goal, but good, awesome, obviously awesome for Julia Gosling to get another goal. And then
Yeah.
Jesse Eldridge got the assist on that one. Jesse
Hmm.
Eldridge she scored a goal and got two assists
Yeah.
last
Great
night. So
game.
it
The
was a
one
great game.
star.
Yeah.
I called it. Well, I said she was going to be up there.
So then at 8:46 we get a Lindy Lobdell delay of game, so she chucked the puck over the side and what? Chucked the puck.
No, that's good. You just I'm
You know that I know
happy
what
with
delay of game
yes,
is? Yes.
yes.
Okay. So anyway, so she chucked the puck over the side. Well, I do a lot of explaining now because our niece comes and she's really good about asking questions, which I like because then it's like the well, okay, so I work in healthcare and so like it's like the you watch it, you watch it, you do it and you teach it and like
Hmm.
that's the best way to learn. That's how they teach medical students how to do things. So anyway, so like that's like you watch it, you learn
Learn
it
it, and you
and you
teach
teach
it,
it.
and then you
So
teach it. You know it.
that's right. Well, and it helps solidify things in my mind. So my
Hmm.
niece asked questions and my dad was asking questions last night. He was asking great questions because there was a point, we'll get there, when we had there was it was
It's
even
4-on-4.
it was 4-on-4. We
One of
both
each of us had. We had someone in the box for both of
both
us.
people and
And
we
we
scored.
did score.
And so my dad was like, "Okay, do they both get out of the box?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course they do." But no, the idea I was wrong. They don't.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I won't get that wrong ever again. Anyway, Lindy Lovdell, delay of game, and then unfortunately they scored.
They tied it up. And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, how can we keep the lead? How can we keep the lead?
Yes.
So it's tied at 3.
It is tied at 3. And
Hmm.
then
And that was Kelly's first goal of the season
yes,
for Toronto.
for Toronto.
Hmm.
Yes. And so they get another penalty, a high sticking penalty in at
15,
15,
21.
yeah, 15 minutes in, and then we end the period, they killed
Tied again.
yeah, they
So
killed the power
20-minute
play.
hockey game.
Yes, now we're into a 20-minute hockey game. And it's very exciting, obviously. Like we're very excited at this point because it's not nobody's blowing anybody out. It is, I mean, 3-3 is still that's pretty high scoring, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's we've seen a lot of goals, we've seen a lot of action. And I will say, I don't remember if it was in the second or the third, but Lexi Agia got into a little bit of a scuffle. And so actually, Brian, let me clink that.
Brian, yes.
Brian asked the question of her in the post game, which was really funny that
Mhm.
like, what's Alexia Gia hat trick? What did he say? He said a
A
goal,
goal,
a
a
scuffle,
scuffle,
and
and
a,
a
slay,
slay.
slay the house down with the
And she said,
outfit.
"That's it.
That's, she's like,
That nailed it."
that
Yeah.
couldn't be more
But
it.
she was very physical. She had a really great game again.
Yeah.
You know, we've had our eye on her, and she's been excellent, and it doesn't seem to matter who she's playing with, because I think she was also playing with different
She
people.
was playing, yeah. So the Premier line, which is what we affectionately had
Red line.
called their, yeah, that line with it had been Bucky and Snodgrass with her with Aegea, but now uh, I don't. I couldn't even tell you. I could not even tell you who was out on the ice, other than like the person who had the puck. I know who they are because I know most of their numbers or can physically identify them. It's really funny. So should I tell them about the shorts?
Tell.
Okay. So there is a number of players that look similar from far away. Like they just look similar because they're, whatever, like hair color, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of them, it's either, I don't know why, and maybe somebody can chime in as to why this is. Some of them wear slimmer shorts, like obviously like a smaller size that fits their body tightly, and some of them wear not so
Looser.
slim shorts that is a little looser. And my guess is it's probably just a
Comfort.
comfort preference
Way
thing.
to play.
It's like whether I enjoy being, in something that's tighter fitting or not. And so it's funny because like there's a number of players that are similar looking. Like I think Maria Keppel and Lexia Gia from far away look similar. Not I mean they both have dark hair, and Aegea is actually really identifiable now because she's got the braids. Unfortunately, now that Bucky has braids, if I only see the braids, sometimes I get them mixed up. But I can tell them apart. And not because actually Lexi doesn't wear larger shorts, but Keppel's a little bit slimmer. And she, anyway. So long story short, like that's the way I identify players is normally visually because I'm a visual person. That was a very long
It
diatribe. I
was.
apologize.
It's okay. But now Julia's in the box for
Yeah, Julia Gosling gets a hooking.
145 in,
Yeah.
and we're shorthanded.
We're shorthanded. And
Oh
what
my gosh.
happens? You have to say it.
We get a jailbreak goal. Oh my gosh. Lexi and Gia with the jailbreak goal. So exciting and so amazing. And it's just, there's nothing like it. I mean, a shorthanded goal in the NHL is very exciting. It shifts all the momentum. Usually that the other team doesn't score. But when you set your person free, there's just such a rush of excitement.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, when I went down and high-fived everyone, like, jailbreak goal, jailbreak goal.
Yeah.
So I was screaming the whole way. It was very fun.
Yeah.
And I'm very appreciative of that, Lexi.
Yeah. So the jailbreak goal is like that was like one of the first things in this league with Patty. Like the first game we went to, I bought her the jailbreak goal t-shirt when we went to the takeover tour game because I knew that was like her fixation because she talked about it all the time. We watch NHL and she's like, this should be it's shorthanded goal. Oh, it should be a jailbreak goal, but they don't have that rule in this league. And so it was
still
just
say that.
yes.
I'm like, let's go to a shorthanded goal. And my whole household is like, that's not a rule in this.
It's not a rule in this league, not in the NHL. So anyway, so we talked and we had that conversation obviously last night too. Both the boys actually were talking about, yeah, but that's not a rule in the NHL. It's only in the PW. They know because we've talked about it a lot. So
unassisted. I thought that there should have been an assist there, but obviously it's unassisted.
Yeah,
nothing changed.
Yeah.
So excellent
Yeah, Lexi, honestly, you made Patty's night. Like I won't even lie. You made her night. The fact that she got to celebrate another goal, but a jailbreak goal, like with the first, and that was the first jailbreak goal of our season. Yeah, of the franchise. Yep. So first jailbreak goal of the franchise. So yes, and that put us ahead. So now we're 4-3.
Yeah.
Because we were 3-3.
We were 3-3. Remember,
oh, okay.
2 goals each in the first. Which getting those first period goals, we rarely get goals in the
that
was huge. Yeah. I mean, beyond the fact that we came back and tied it,
right?
It was huge. So now we're ahead 4-3.
Yeah, so now we're ahead 4-3, and then this is the one that Lexi takes a roughing penalty, and this is the scuffle. So this is when it happened because she got cross-checked by Allie Monroe, and then she got a little pissy about being cross-checked by Allie Monroe. Yeah.
Protect yourself. You can't take that. You can't take that lying down.
At that point,
stand up. You're not going to take it.
At that point, everybody was being very physical too. So there was a lot of hits, a lot of hard hits. But long story short, they both took a penalty for that little kerfluffle. And then Megan Carter got a goal. So we were
First goal of
4-4.
her
Yeah. Yeah.
career.
Oh no, shut up. It was her
Yeah,
first
first
career.
goal of her
Oh,
career.
that's awesome.
NHL career.
Oh, that's awesome. I
So
didn't know
huge
that.
goal.
Yeah, so first career goal, assisted by Jesse Eldridge and Emily Brown. So I think we said that wasn't Emily Brown's first assist. That was her second.
It was a second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't remember Emily Brown having an assist, but anyway. So and that is the game winning goal.
Yeah, that was the game winning goal.
Yeah, because that was 5, right? So
That was
yeah,
our fifth goal.
that was 5. So now it's 5-3. And I mean it was crazy, it was electric. It was, and again, just to celebrate Megan Carter and like she's a defender. I almost said defenseman.
Yeah.
Actually, she's a
And they said that was our first goal by a
defender.
defender
Okay.
on our team. Our first defender
Oh
to get a
yeah,
goal.
that's true. Okay, so anyway, a lot of firsts last night, guys. A lot of firsts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the game-winning goal, but they came back and Natalie Spooner got right. Natalie Spooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natalie Spooner goal, assisted by Clara Van Wieren and Daryl Watts, which then that was 5-4,
Mhm.
and
So
then
now it's squeaky again.
yeah,
and we're
now
like,
well, but honestly, because everybody that I know that watches hockey says that a 2-point lead is the most
2-goal
dangerous
lead.
is the most dangerous most dangerous lead in hockey. I'm like,
And
no,
it
one is
is.
actually better. One
You
goal
play a
lead.
little harder at 1 goal. 2 goals, you're laid back. You're like, oh, we're ahead 2 goals, and all of a sudden the other team scores. So that's where we're at right now. And then you're like, oh crap, and the other team's like, cool, and they score again, and then they score again. It happens very often.
Yeah.
And but not to us last night.
No.
We kept it.
Yeah. No, it was
So
great.
5-4 now.
Yeah, 5-4. They took a penalty very quickly thereafter that, they killed the power play. So then Jesse Eldridge comes
He
in
had a great
and
game.
gets her first goal of the game, but she was 1 goal, 2 assists. So and then she was assisted by Carpy and Mariah Keppel. And did we decide whether that was Keppel's first
No,
assist of the game?
I think it was her second.
Second too. Okay.
Third.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. So then Keppel, yeah,
Not of the game, but of the season.
of the season.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. So
Great game, Jesse.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah,
deserved the
yeah.
first star. Really.
yeah, she did it. She did an amazing job. I really just think, everybody did a stand-up job. Again, like my head's still reeling for the lines and the change up in the lines, which is, it obviously worked. Maybe this was the anecdote to Toronto that we needed,
Maybe.
to keep up with their, pace because, coach said that they were a fast team. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Blair Turnbull did take a slashing penalty at 18:35, and then we played with we were on a power play for the end of
Yeah.
the.
I don't even think they pulled the goalie, did they?
No, they
don't think
didn't.
they
I don't
did.
know. They didn't pull the goalie.
Because then they're going to be what? 5-on-5 to pull the goalie. That's rough, and we get free shots at the
Yeah.
goal because we got no icing. So it's hard to pull the goalie
Yeah.
when you're down a player.
Yeah. So that was the game, guys. This is one I definitely want to go back and watch. We haven't done that yet. We sometimes have time to do that in between the game and recording. We didn't have time to do that last night, but it's one I definitely want to go back and watch because I think there's a lot of stuff that I would get a little more detail on. And I was what goal was I in the bathroom? Or no, I was in the bathroom. I was in line for ice cream.
For our little
for one of the little ones. I was in line for ice cream when we scored. I think that was Jesse. No, I don't know. I don't remember whose goal it was. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't
I was in
remember
line.
either.
I was in line for one of those, but I would like to go back and watch it just so I can see, I just want to see the detail a little bit better
Yeah.
because
We try to watch every game again, but it's more fun to watch the wins. We're not gonna lie.
yeah.
But we
But
try
I
to
just
watch every
I
game
just like to understand like what, because again, with the commentating, it helps too. And not that the commentators are always right. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like with the commentating, it kind of helps to see things a little more clearly for me as well. So
And there's so much to see in a hockey game, really. You could be focused on one point. If you're watching the puck over here, so much is happening, on the other side of the ice, and having multiple eyes on that, and just having someone talk about it at the same time, you're like, oh yeah, that was going on over there.
yeah.
So what a fun game. Really good game.
Yeah, it was a really good game. So,
After the game, we had Lexi Agia came out,
Yep.
Megan Carter, and Coach.
Yep.
And we got to hear Lexi talk about playing in front of her boyfriend.
Because Patty didn't realize that he had been there. He actually, I think it was like his third or fourth game.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't think that was definitely not his first game because he was definitely there on Sunday.
Okay.
And he might have been there at previous games. If my memory serves.
Well,
so.
she did say that he like checks her like when he thinks she's not playing hard enough.
That's funny.
And so she plays a little harder in front of him. I don't know. I felt a little pep in her step last night. So
yeah. We don't follow football, so I have no idea whether his team is still in the. You don't know. Okay, we don't know. He plays for the Tennessee Titans, and I have no idea whether his team is still in the playoffs or not. But that does.
Brian will tell us.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will be like, "How could you not know?" But I don't know.
Follow.
My guess is he's probably not in the playoffs if he's here and he's been here for a couple of days.
Yeah, that tracks
because there probably would have been a game over the weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's whatever. This is not that kind of a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next game is going to be on Sunday. It's a takeover tour game. It's in Denver and it's against Vancouver. So we probably are going to do something special for that game because our West Coast, Best Coast crew, we gotta get in there and give all our chirps to our Vancouver peeps.
Anytime we play Vancouver,
yeah,
it's good for us over here.
Yeah,
we like, we have a lot of friends that are Vancouver fans and they are our friends and we root for them when we're not playing with them. But when we play each other, it's on. It's on. So we're excited.
Yeah, so that game's on Sunday afternoon, and we have the little one's birthday party that was just yesterday. We're gonna have during the game, but we're gonna get the game watched, and we'll get an episode out on Monday morning, and then. I don't know how I have totally blanked on the fact we have a game on Wednesday. So we have a game a week from today. So we have 2 more games before Olympic break. In my mind, it ended on Sunday. We didn't have a game after that, but we actually play Ottawa Wednesday. So I have no idea when you're going to watch the game. You're going to have to watch the game on Thursday or something.
I'll have to watch it. Get up early with the kids.
Because Patty works on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
I work nights.
In the evening, yeah. So you won't be able to watch it over. Anyway, but so yeah, so there's one more game after our takeover tour game in Ottawa on Wednesday, and then we go to Olympic break. And so then we'll have a big long stretch. And I don't think that there's another game prior to our February 27th game, which is our first home game after the Olympic break, which we are planning on being at. We will be there. So that's kind of the schedule. We have some stuff hopefully coming up for the Olympic break. We'll be watching the Olympics, obviously, like we'll be watching the teams and, all of our players playing. But we have
there's some pop-up things that are happening.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah. And we'll put stuff out on social media if we find out that there's watch parties going on around the city. I would definitely Rough and Tumble. I know is going to have it. The thing is that I think because of the time difference, a lot of the games are going to be at weird times because it's in Europe, and so what are they like 7-8 hours ahead of us? So there's probably going to be some weird time differences, but. As we find out information about that kind of stuff, we'll let everybody know.
Absolutely.
So. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're not that we're trying to hurry, but we're gonna cut it maybe a little short this week just because Patty's got to get to work. But Patty, what's the last word?
My last word for today is first. I mean, Lexi's first goal, our first shorthanded goal, Megan's first goal.
That wasn't Lexi's first goal of the season, was it?
It was her first goal of the season.
Wasn't it? I didn't think it was.
I thought it was.
I don't know. I really didn't think that was Lexi's first goal of the season. I feel like she scored in a recent game. Patty's looking right now.
I am looking.
Because she wants to prove me wrong.
Oh my God, it was her third goal.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
No, it wasn't. I'm so sorry, Lexi.
Yeah, so
first shorthanded goal.
Yes,
first jailbreak goal.
Yes, it was the first. I don't know if it was her first jailbreak goal, period, because she has played previously in the PWHL.
But
it's our franchise's first jailbreak goal. No one else has gotten a jailbreak goal so far in Torrent history. So.
Megan's first goal.
Megan Carter's first goal. So congratulations to that. I mean, just everybody getting more numbers on the board. And just still a little shocking that it was Hillary Knight's second goal of the season. So
yeah. And Lindy's almost first.
Yeah, we were really rooting for you, Lindy. Sorry.
Lindy. All right. Sorry, Lexi. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, that wasn't Lexi's.
No, Patty.
But it was still, yes. And it was a night of first. I will give you that. And that's a good last word. So
yeah,
I love it.
Good.
Okay, guys. We will talk to you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.